Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We have played a ton of Standard over the last couple weeks, and now it's time for a change of pace with a little Historic. And we brought you a Historic show a few weeks ago when the Mystical Archive was revealed.
Yeah.
We just couldn't help ourselves, had to get right into that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did I turn it off? Oh. No, it was on.
It's just not working?
Yeah.
Oh.
The battery might be low. That's not my fault, though.
I think...
Battery looks fine.
Okay.
Well, it was on. I literally just turned it off and on again.
That's how you solve every problem, as far as I know. Whenever something breaks, I turn it off.
To be fair, that was the
Maybe
solution last week too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had it in the on position. That's all I know.
That's about as technologically advanced as we are.
Yeah.
It's in the right spot, so we got to be ready.
So everything's good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Not really sure what the issue with the mic there was, but... as I said, we are going to bring you some more Historic here, this time featuring the entire set of Strixhaven as well as the Mystical Archive.
Yep.
You know, the cards are now on Arena, so people have had a chance to play with them a little bit. We saw some tournaments last weekend.
Yeah, there was two big events, the Hooglandia event, the Insight Esports event, and we got like 350 decks. You know, and it was they were both fun to watch. So it's Historic looks really crazy. Standard we're going to be revisiting on Thursday, and we asked for deck list on my Twitter and maybe on yours by now too.
I retweeted that. So.
Perfect. So that's going to be Thursday. But as far as looking at both formats, one is extremely different, and one has not changed pretty much at all. So Historic looks really cool. And Standard, I just think because there's not events yet, we're going to see a lot this weekend with the SCGs. But as of now, Historic is just a completely different format.
Yeah, the Mystical Archive cards are very powerful. There's a pretty sizable number of them that are at that level. They're going to make a major impact, and that is really going to reshape the format. So you've got to explore new decks as well as revisit old decks and rebuild them from the ground up with all of this new information. And it's going to take probably a few weeks for things to settle down into a really coherent metagame.
For sure.
And that's a fun time to be because you can do a lot of cool stuff.
It's the best time for just a player. It's the best time for content creators. It's so fresh. It's fun. And, we have 6 pretty sweet decks as well.
Yeah. So what are you going to be starting with?
So I'm going to be starting with, Simic Taking Turns was this deck that was extremely popular. And this was like, one of the top decks that people were going to try. I was like, is it Phoenix? Simic Turns, because Time Warp is such an awesome card. Brainstorm helps with these strategies as well. But this version I really like a lot. It's going into Sultide Taking Turns. Not for a ton of removal, even though I have started to kind of rebuild this deck just at home on my free time. And just try to make it a Simic control deck that also takes a lot of turns, and maybe not lean away from the Haze of Pollen kind of stuff. And just be a good Simic mid-range deck that also can just take every turn. But you play Emergent Ultimatum, and you have Allrun's Epiphany, Time Warp, and Narset's Reversal to get. So no matter what, you get 2 turns out of this card. Or you can get Nissa. You can go Nissa and 2 Time Walks, so you automatically start with a Nissa and a Time Walk. It's just pairing the Emergent Ultimatum strategy with Simic Turns, and I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Emergent Ultimatum makes a lot of sense in that deck, and interesting to see how this variant will go. We played a Simic version on the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. Yeah.
I think it's a solid archetype, but, good to be exploring not just the straightforward version, but, what more can we do with it?
No, I have 4 Explorers in here, so, yeah.
I'm going to be playing a Gruul land destruction deck. This is from the Hooglandia event. Pretty classic strategy. We have Stone Rain as part of the Mystical Archive, not a card we've gotten to yet. Yeah. Going to try to keep Corey off of the 7 mana for Emergent Ultimatum. Also playing Primal Command, which is new.
Nice.
And just acceleration and good creatures. Going to try to close the game out quickly.
Sounds sweet to me. Shall we get to it?
Okay.
All right. You've been kicking my butt lately, so I see some marbles over there. But to be fair, I don't want you going first with Llanowar Stone Range deck. So, I threw last show just, knowing that I was going to be playing this. So.
Yeah. I should have switched the order of these decks.
Yeah, you should have.
Be on the play.
You fool. Okay, I think I can keep. We have the things we want.
I will keep as well.
I gotta try. I'm past you.
I have a forest and a gilded goose.
Honk. Okay, I have an explorer, a draw, a breeding pool tapped, and I'll pass to you.
What is it about Goose that makes it like the sky boat, the boat that you always have to make the noise?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It's certain cards have stuck with me, I guess. I think Arena has ruined me.
Let's Stone Rain the Catchery Triumph.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
You Stone Rained yourself, though.
I'll be fine.
All right, I'll take 2, and I got to Cultivate.
Brings you to 18.
Yep.
What lands are we getting?
I think I just want to get Schwamp and a Schwamp.
That's what I thought. So predictable, Corey.
I know.
So predictable.
Story of my life.
Yeah, well, I've just got a forest and a pass the turn, so
Alright.
you can just shuffle and untap.
All right.
So Corey, since you're obviously only playing with 60 cards here, the first question is obviously, what about Yorion?
Yeah. What about Yorion? I mean, honestly, let's put Yorion in everything. But for this one, I think it's a lot better to make sure you hit like Cultivate on turn 3 and Explorers and Growth Spiral on turn 2. This isn't really a Yorion deck, unfortunately. Although I did think about ways to just mix it up a little bit, put some Moment of the Seas in there, and it's an idea I got pondering, but.
The Time Walk endgame also benefits from a thinner deck.
Yeah, agreed. All right, I got an Explorer.
Anderson coming in the chat asking, what about Sultai? Then realizing.
I'll play these 2 lands and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I'll make food with a Goose.
Okay.
Doesn't have a follow-up on 3 mana. I know you have a Swamp in hand.
Yep.
And Emergent Ultimatum is triple green, right?
It is triple green, yep.
So has Emergent Ultimatum mana for next turn. Don't think I can allow that. So I will do my best.
Okay.
I will cast a Primal Command.
Nice.
I would like to put your untapped breeding pool on top of your library and search my library for a creature.
Okay. It's pretty mean.
So I think I just want to get more LD, which means I have 2 options. I can get a Goblin Rune Blaster, which we'll get there. I could also get a Sawtusk Demolisher. This is part of the Ikoria Commander side set. Jump up and down and do the hokey pokey thing.
Yes, of course.
It's just a Korea Commander, Ross. It's not that hard.
No, I think I got the name exactly right.
I think you nailed it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm a professional, Rob. So, Goose is a nice target for the mutate. I can make a 6/6 and then...
and I get a 3/3?
Yeah, you would get a 3/3.
Okay.
I could also destroy my own land to get a 3/3, but I don't
Fair.
think I want to do that. My issue with this is I'm pretty sure Corey's going to have some sort of removal, and it's going to be face up on the table. So I think he can more easily disrupt that. So I'm just going to take the Ruin Blaster.
Okay. Sounds good.
Pass the turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't think I have too exciting of a play here. We're just gonna go Breeding Pool and I'll pass.
Yeah, I like that. I was a little worried about like Time Warp then as an
Yeah, that would have been good.
Into the Emergent Ultimatum. Not much I
That
could do.
would have been good.
Okay.
Do. Yes.
I basically know you have nothing.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I'm gonna take 3 for a Turn Timber.
Okay.
17. I'm gonna Primal Command again. Same modes on an untapped breeding pool and search.
Okay.
And this time I will get... I just want to get another Rune Blaster.
Blast all my ruins.
5 mana.
Well, I immediately am reminded how much I hate Primal Command.
Yeah, the issue here is I'm not applying a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just got another Rune Blaster.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Go. This is good old fun, wholesome magic. The way Richard Garfield intended.
I mean, at least it's not Plow Under.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that card sucks.
I love Plow Under.
I bet you would.
It's one of my favorite cube cards.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
Oh. It's a little awkward. We'll play Not Vine Slumbermound.
Okay.
I'll play Goblin Rune Blaster kicked.
Okay.
I will destroy a breeding pool. Certainly better than Hinterland Harbor when you have Nissa.
Yep.
Attack for 2.
The beat, 16.
And then play a Llanowar Elves.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I have a cycle.
Ooh, cycling a land.
And I'll play a swamp, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I'll play a Tangled Veil.
Okay.
Attack for 2.
14.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
And then on your upkeep, I will sacrifice the Slumber Mound to destroy one of your swamps.
Okay.
Get a 4/4. I assume we're using these.
Yeah, it needs a troll warrior, doesn't it?
Yeah, I need a troll. Oh yeah.
I have those. Just
The
forgot to grab them.
Troll Warrior. All right, I got a Nissa this time. And we're gonna animate this land, and I'm gonna play a forest, and I'm gonna pass to you.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I animate basic lands for that Rune Blaster.
Yep. There we go.
So is this paying the troll toll, right? Was this just an Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference card?
I guess you could say that. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
You could.
Okay. Good.
Still got to keep Corey off of mana in case he has another black source in hand. Right?
Okay.
We got 6 lands total. So we'll play Rune Blaster, hit a breeding pool.
Why not a harbor?
And this will let us take down the Nissa, because even if you block the Trampling Troll, this is 6. So all 4 of those creatures will attack Nissa.
Oh yeah, that is trample, huh? That's not cool. Okay, I guess I'll block this then.
Block a Rune Blaster, Nissa down. I'll play a forest and pass the turn.
All right.
Wouldn't mind another Stone Rain here to deal with that 3/3.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Perhaps got a little aggressive with using the Slumber Mound, since that could have taken it out, but I wanted to get the 4/4 down,
Yeah.
and it was a pretty mana-efficient play.
All right, I'm going to take 2.
Brings you to 12.
I'm going to attack for 3.
I will take it, go to 14.
And then I'm going to cast Balagad's Recovery and Cultivate.
Okay, nice 6 mana Cultivate.
Thank you.
I'm going to make a food with the Gilded Goose.
Okay.
What lands are we getting?
All right, I think I'm just going to do green and blue. And I'll pass to... Yeah, I played a land. Okay.
Yeah. Played the Watery Grave. Okay. 3, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm going to put the swamp on top of your library and search for a creature.
Okay.
I'm going to find Sawtusk Demolisher.
Okay.
But I'm not going to cast the Demolisher this turn. Instead, I'm going to cast this Rune Blaster I top decked and hit the Watery Grave. And attack for 8.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Put you to 4.
I'm dead. I've had emergent ultimatums, but never had a chance to cast them.
You're on 6 mana for basically 5 straight turns.
Yeah, one time warp would have did it, but wow, I hate that deck you chose, Ross. That is a very annoying strategy.
I thought that was a great game.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did.
Very close.
Yeah, if I would have drew Nissa a little earlier before you got the troll down, it would have been okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, stumbling those few turns where you Primal Command and I was able to do nothing was not great.
One of the great benefits of Primal Command is like if they don't have anything to do, you know they won't have anything next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first turn you did it after the first Primal Command when you did nothing, I was just staring at the other two in my hand.
You're like,
these are going to be
these
good.
are going to be solid. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Rob, you got a question for us?
Yeah, Uberg want to know, Corey, why are there 2 Ketria Triomes in your list when there are no red cards in your deck? Is the cycling that good?
Just more cycling lands, more green-blue lands, more breeding pools. That's really what you need with Nissa. And I actually have since added 1 Valky to the deck, too, as an emergent ultimatum plan. And it didn't make sense to me why it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Last night I was just playing around with this deck, added that, and now have some uses for Ketria Triumph as well.
But the biggest thing is it being a blue source that is also a forest for Nissa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, Esteus would like to comment. I thought Corey was playing Taking Turns deck, but it seemed like Ross was time locking Corey. What's up with that?
Esteus coming in.
That's a good burn.
That is a good burn. We do take those. All right, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
Hope for a little bit better action. Yuck. Well, we have a lot of lands. Does that count? This is what we want. Could see this going badly. I could see this going quite well. Yeah, I think I'll keep.
We knew that was happening. Oh no! Why are you so awkward? I have to keep, but
Okay.
we're gonna need one
Pass
good draw.
you.
Yeah, that'll play. I will play Timberground Pathway and Llanowar.
Okay.
You're up.
Yeah. Ooh, one good draw deserves another. I'll take 2
18.
and pass to you.
Take 2 and passes a growth spiral.
Maybe.
Well, I have a Crackcrown Pathway and Stone Ranger Triumph.
In response, grow spiral. Put a Zagoth Triumph into play.
But a Stone Ranger Triumph.
It's bad. All right, I got a tap land and I'll pass to you.
Okay, now we didn't do it.
Yay.
Okay, I will play a Slumber Mound and a Tangled Florahedron
Okay.
and attack for 1.
The beat, 17.
You can go.
Oh, wasn't the bestest of draws. I will play this and pass to you.
Just doing nothing over there.
Yep.
This was the card I needed. I needed a forest.
Ah.
Untapped mana. I will play a Kicked Goblin Rune Blaster.
Okay.
I will destroy the Zagoth Triome.
Sure.
I will attack for 4.
13.
Pass the turn.
I'll play Triumph, pass to you.
Do you have any interaction at all?
Maybe.
Okay. Rootbound Crag. Goblin Rune Blaster kicked.
Okay.
Destroy the Ketria Triome.
Okay.
Attack for 6.
Sure.
You go to 7.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Well, I hate everything. All right, I'll play this land tapped and I'll pass to you.
Attack for 5.
I'll take it. Down to 2.
Chandra.
Chandra. Okay, I'm dead.
In case Corey had like some way to gain life or a removal spell for one of these creatures, I wanted to leave up the Llanowar Elves so I could then play land, or I think I already played land, so that I could then make 2 mana and mutate Demolisher and still kill a land.
Yeah. No, I just had 2 Time Warps, 2 Nissas in hand, so...
Just never got to 5.
What was your reasoning for not playing the Haze of Pollen there?
Because I wanted to go Nissa, untap Haze of Pollen if he didn't have a land destruction spell. But, yeah, we did have Haze.
Okay, well, so far so good for good old land destruction.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
But
Against the deck that needs to get to 7 mana.
We are going to take a short break here and get some sideboarding set up and then finish out this match here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Sultai Taking Turns and Green-Red Land Destruction. From my end, I'm actually taking out the Fogs, just because you're hitting my lands one at a time, and I don't really have that time when I can just play Nissa, untap, fog you. I really just have to just make sure I hit land drops. I don't think fogs are actually going to be that impactful. Instead, I'm going to bring in some Eliminates to kill some Llanowar Elves. Narset's Reversal for Plow Under seems just like the coolest thing ever. Instead, you put a land away. I'll gain life or something. And then I'm taking out the one Jace. I don't think I'm going to mill myself so much that I'm actually going to need Jace in this matchup. I can probably just win with Nissa pretty efficiently.
Yeah, it's just all about having a little bit of disruption to get you to that last point.
Exactly.
On my side, I'm cutting the slower creatures, bringing in a Shifting Ceratops that's a little bit faster at just ending the game, just for being a haste creature a lot of the time. And then these Whirling Vortexes that play very well against Emergent Ultimatum.
And just against me taking turns. You know, I'll take one, I'll take one, I'll take one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, and I don't really have, you know, any way to deal with those. But another thing I was considering is Explore and Growth Spiral go quite well into Binding the Old God. So that's another card I kind of want to add here at Binding more lands as well.
Like a slam dunk.
It does, yeah. I think this deck was really just built in mind of doing as much Simic taking turn stuff as you can. But I think if we turn this more into a Sultai mid-range deck that also takes a lot of turns, you know, maybe even 3 Time Orbs, 2 All-Runs instead of 4 and 2. Get the Haze of Pollens out of there and actually just kill stuff and be a good Nissa deck, you know? I think that seems sweet, and it seems really tough to sideboard against, which would be a recipe for success.
You can play a Hydra Crisis or 2.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Got to have some so when I Narset's Reversals my opponent's Primal Command, I can search for Hydra Crisis.
There you go.
There we go. We did
That
it.
sounds like
All right, I'm going to go first here. It's going to be the start of a dramatic comeback or an abysmal fail, yet to be determined. Ooh, I think I can keep. It's the best hand I've had all day.
I have the ideal 3 cards.
Okay.
But the other 4 are not good.
Okay.
I think if I had a second Stone Rain in this hand and I could afford to miss my 3rd land drop, I would keep this, but this hand really needs to hit 2 lands in the top 3 to be good. So I'm going to mulligan.
Gotcha. Did you play the Stone card because it's 420, Ross? Come on.
I didn't even know it was.
Fair enough. All right, Rob, you got a question for us while we shuffle up?
Yeah. Stay, I just want to know, do you think the land destruction deck will be fast enough to stop Jeskai Reanimator since they only need 4 lands to go off?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean,
they don't really ramp, so if you keep them off their 4 mana, you know, like, you're gonna be able to beat them. That seems like a great matchup for that deck.
I think it'll be tough to keep decks off of 4 mana for an entire game.
Yeah.
But you do have, you know, options for disruption. You have Klothys in the main deck. You have Cage in the sideboard. So,
but that deck's mana base is also really janky because it's 5 colors. So, like, you can keep them off certain spells and stuff.
That's
too.
a good point.
Yeah,
so it's less about keeping them off of a volume of lands, but keeping them off the right lands to color through them.
Exactly. You can keep them on to, like, you know, they got to play like 1 swamp for Unburial Rights and, you know, just random stuff like that. Where if you leave them with their basics, they could completely have uncastable cards in their hand. You know.
Yeah. So that'll be a key in that one, is to target the right lands. Yeah,
I haven't played a lot of that deck, but you will see that deck a little bit later on the show because I do find it quite fun. I was having a blast with that deck over the weekend.
Okay, this is definitely a keeper. We can put this Gargaroth on the bottom.
Vala Ged's Sanctuary, pass to you.
I will go to 18 and play Gilded Goose, get a food.
Okay. I'll take 2 and I'll pass to you.
I will Stone Rain the Watery Grave.
Growth Spiral. All right.
That's
Done.
turn. So both at 18.
Yep. All right, I got to cultivate.
That's important.
Let's go with blue and black. The blue here. Black line here, and there we go.
Play Crack Crown Pathway and Stone Ring the Zagos Triumph.
All right.
Pass the turn.
On tap. A draw. We got a nice one now. I got a Tameo. I'm gonna name Cultivate. Miss, pass to you.
I like the name of Cultivate.
Yep.
We bricked.
Yay!
Needed another land. These tapped lands are a little rough.
It's a sweet land, but yeah, sometimes a little rough.
I'll just pass the turn.
All right. Untap. I'll return Breeding Pool. Take 2.
Go to 16.
Yep. And then I will Time Warp. Take an extra turn.
Yep.
I will name Nissa Who Shakes the World. Ding. I will put that into my hand. Then I will cast said Nissa.
Yep.
I will play this forest, cast Explore.
You can see how quickly things will snowball out of control once Corey hits, the requisite amount of mana he needs to get the engine going.
And then I will untap this, attack for 3.
I will take it to 15.
And I will play my extra Explore land as a Balaged Sanctuary, and I'll pass to you.
I'll make food on your and stuff.
Yep. And this is how close I was each game, I feel,
Yeah.
Now we're doing some fun stuff over here next turn. Fun stuff will be declared.
I know nothing of your hand.
Nothing. Nope. But they're good. They're good this time.
Yeah, I think I've got to start with Primal Command, since this is the only way for me to take Nissa off the battlefield without letting you just rebuy it with Tameo.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the Nissa on top and then shuffle your graveyard in.
And shuffle my graveyard in?
Yeah, this will also stop Corey from rebuying the Ultimatum, if that was his plan.
So that's one of the mods. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Put on top and then shuffle.
Shuffle your graveyard into your library.
Okay, cool.
So and Corey just had a black source. He could use Tameo to rebuy the Ultimatum.
That's true.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I'm gonna name Cultivate. Ding, ding, ding. Around your bases. Okay, I gotta Cultivate.
You have 2 of them, actually.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I got enough mana.
I saw them.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure I got enough mana.
Yeah, definitely gets another swamp.
And I think I only have one more basic. Yeah, these are the last 2 basics.
Okay,
so it won't
the
be
second
too...
Cultivate, not so good. Then.
Not so good, but it's still sweet.
At least it's not in your deck.
Okay, then I'll attack for 3.
And play that swamp. I'll go to 12.
Now I'll cast Time Warp. Untap. Okay, then I will... Okay, I will play Nissa. Untap. Attack for 3.
I will go to 9.
Emergent Ultimatum. I will get Narset's Reversal. I will get Allrun's Epiphany. And I will get Time Warp.
And that will very easily do it.
Oh, yeah, because I can just rebuy Emergent Ultimatum, do it again. I would be taking all the turns from here on out.
Yeah. You only needed the one more turn anyway.
Yep, but still, it's cool when I'm taking all of them.
Thinking we let Corey play that out, I would have ended that game at about -40.
Yeah, if I could just keep attacking you, yeah I think so. All right, now I'm afraid. This is the first game you're on the play.
Yeah.
If you can Stone Raid me before I can Growth Spiral, like that just seems messed up. That seems real messed up.
There's only the 4 Stone Raids. I've been pretty fortunate. I've had 30 Stone Raid every game.
Every game, yeah. Well, let's see. I milled one over with Tamia. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But the one I milled... Oh, yeah. But the one I milled with Tamio and hit 2 cultivates, and hit a land in case I needed to return that was probably best possible. Except I didn't want second cultivate, I guess. But
Yeah.
throw another time warp in. I even had another time warp in hand, so we were doing it. All right, you're on the play. Well, this is a keep that I'll probably lose miserably.
I like that. I like that a lot. 5, 6, 7.
It's just 2 land, Llanowar Elves, 3 Stone Rains.
It's pretty bad,
Yay!
to be honest.
Yay!
It'll stop an Emergent Ultimatum.
Yeah, you got a rolling vortex?
Yeah, that's about all it beats.
That doesn't stop Emergent Ultimatum, just so you know. If I'm at 20, I will be casting Emergent Ultimatum and take 10.
I'll be playing the Rolling Vortex early, and I got these Chandras deleted.
Sure.
That's basically what this hand does. I don't think that's good enough, though.
Yeah, and that's another thing of this deck, that the sideboard, I saw this from one of the events this weekend, but another thing this deck's really missing, if we just get rid of all of these, fog effects, which fog effects against like a green-white company deck or something is going to be insane. Like, I've had fogs just be busted. But if we can just get some Aether Gusts in the board, some Eliminates in the main, some Binding the Old Gods,
Maybe a Sweeper, Extinction Event.
Yeah, I put 2 Extinction Events in my sideboard last night after playing some games. I think we can just be a good deck that also has that insanely robust Simic Turns package. But then there's something to be said about just playing the other Emergent Ultimatum deck that wins with, all the crazy Omniscience, Scholar, Final Parting stuff.
But your cards, I think, are a lot more castable when you draw them. When you draw Alrund's Epiphany and Time Warp and Narset's Reversal, they do things.
Yeah.
Whereas when you draw Omniscience, you feel pretty bad.
You do feel pretty bad. I will agree with you.
If you're not sacrificing in terms of power level because you have this great combo endgame and you're getting more consistency, you're raising your deck's floor because you don't have these dead cards in your hand early, I prefer the way, your idea to the...
And just this version would play for Nissa, where Nissa is like not played in the other one. And Nissa's just a good card, Nissa is just an insanely powerful card that's not getting too much play right now outside of these Simic Taking Turns decks. And I think the next evolution is heading in that Sultai mid-range style, maybe even Bant mid-range with a lot of Taking Turns. I think that could be fine. You lose out on Emergent Ultimatum then, but...
I think that's fine.
Yeah, because then you get, Yasharn, if sack decks come back, is kind of cool and all that jazz.
Okay. This is an easy keep. I'll start on Llanowar Elves.
Okay. I have a Water Grave. Pass to you.
Crack Crown Pathway. I'm actually just going to play the Rune Blaster as a 2-1 and get in there.
Alrighty.
You're at 18.
18.
Pass the turn.
All right. I have a land and I have a Foretell. Pass to you.
Alrund's Epiphany.
Could be anything.
Okay. The reason I did not save the Rune Blaster is because I have this Chandra.
Oh, okay.
And I will plus to exile.
Okay.
Kind of wish I had that one. You go to 16.
Yep.
And attack for 2 more. You get 14.
14.
Got a little bit more of an aggressive draw here.
I like it. All right. I got to cultivate, and then it's going to be your turn. Let's get a green and a something.
Okay, it's plus to exile.
Okay.
Llanowar Elves.
And a blue. Would you like a lawnmower?
Card I'm afraid of Corey here is a Nissa, just attacking down the Chandra. So yeah, I think I do want a Llanowar Elves.
Okay.
I will play it.
Okay.
I'll play a Slumber Mound. I'll also play a Tangled Florahedron.
Okay.
Attack for 2 with the Rune Blaster.
I'm a 12.
Pass the turn. I think this is a game I might try to win with the Chandra Ultimate.
That makes sense. 2, 3, 4, 5.
We got a guaranteed Slumber Mound next turn, which is nice. Even a ramp spell here won't get you to 7 next turn.
Guaranteed slumber what?
Slumber Mound.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. So I have this plus a Nissa.
Nissa doesn't have a Simic land, though. That's nice.
Yep. I will put this on attack Chandra.
Block with the Llanowar Elves.
Okay. Second main, explore. And I'll take 2.
Actually got to see your 10.
Yep.
Actually, to keep you off of 7, I've got to deal with the Nissus now. That might be tough.
Then I got a Grow Spiral. And a land tap. Pass to you. Oh, actually. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So you can destroy any land with that, right? So you can take out
Yep.
my Nissa lands too.
Yeah, I can take out the creature land. The
Okay.
other tempting target is the Watery Grave, because that's your only black source right now.
Yep.
But I got to be wary of trying to protect the Chandra,
Yep.
which means I think I'm going to make mana.
Okay.
I could try to get lucky. I would love to hit a Sawtooth Demolisher and just hit the
Hit the
kill
Nissa. Yeah, that'd be not cool.
Primal Command would be pretty nice as well. But I think I've got to just make mana.
Okay.
Not feeling great about this game. So 2 red. Play Timbercrown Pathway.
Which one you killing?
And I think I have enough blockers where I just want to kill the black source. So I'll hit the Watery Grave.
Okay.
Get a Troll. And yeah, I think I can afford to send the Rune Blaster at the Nissa.
Okay.
Put it to 4 at least.
Okay.
I guess that doesn't really do a whole lot. If I ultimate the Chandra, then I'm feeling good. If I don't, and you might Time Warp, yeah, you'd have. Okay, yeah, I want to leave up all the blocks I can.
Alrighty.
This is the turn.
Oh, it's gonna happen. We're gonna do some things. All right. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go with 6 mana, all runs.
Oh yeah, I always forget these Foretell cards are there. Face down.
We got an all runs.
Yeah.
I will also foretell.
Oh yeah, I can't ever beat All in Symphony.
And then I will tick this up here. I don't think I want to attack just yet, so I'm going to take my next turn. Now we're going to go with green-black. Untap. Take 2.
You got 8.
4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana, but I doubled up on green. Too much green, so I need to do this to Emergent Ultimatum. Yeah, black, black, green, green, blue, blue, green, green. It's there somewhere. All right, we got Time Warp, Narset's removal, and actually I don't have Oran's Epiphany. That's a good point. Okay. And eliminate. Oh, wait. much mana do I actually have here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can do 3 blue, so I have 1 blue in pool. Sure.
So you're leaving blue, green in pool?
Yes.
And you've activated the Nissa.
Yep.
And the Narcissus Reversal just copies the spell and puts it into your hand.
Yep.
You have blue, green in pool, so even if I deny you the Time Warp, you can Epiphany from Foretell. 3, 4, 5, yeah, get up to 9. You can actually Alrund's Epiphany and eliminate still. So you'd be able to effectively eliminate twice and take another turn. Yeah, I'm just very dead.
Yep. It was Alrund's, but yeah, I had both Alrund's, so I couldn't get the dream there.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have just Alrund's first, probably, but it was a scenario of it didn't matter.
Yeah, aggro plan did not work.
Yeah, no, didn't work that time. And
a little awkward that I exiled the Demolisher on that first activation of the Chandra.
Yeah.
I didn't really hit anything after that, and I needed like one more.
You needed one more big thing.
Yeah, like a Primal Command would have been great.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. Nothing like good old game 5. But once again, I'm on the draw. And you haven't had a nut draw on the play yet, so I'm scared. I'm scared. All right, Rob, you got any cool questions for us?
Don't at the moment.
Okay. Cool. Chat's just loving it. They're like, we don't need to ask any questions. This is just too beautiful. What's happening here?
Yeah, the match has been great.
Yeah, it has been pretty
every
sweet.
game feels like it's come down to just like, it's sort of been a race, but it's always been a very close race.
And it's always looked kind of, from the outside looking in, like it's just 4 smashings, really, and like the ones you beat me, it was some smashing, but that's just a Gruul Land Destructions Dex MO. If the game's close, you're probably losing. All right. Let's battle.
See if I can keep a 7 here.
I would prefer if you didn't.
Yeah, I can keep this.
Ugh. Well, this is close. On the draw. Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, I'm going to go to 17 and play Land of Worlds.
Okay.
That's
Shocking.
I'm actually bolting.
Oh, wow. Classic. Okay, tap land pass to you.
Crackdown Pathway, Rolling Vortex, Gilded Goose, get a food.
Okay.
Pass, upkeep, you go to 19.
19. I'll take 2 and pass to you.
You're at 17, upkeep, I go to 16.
Yep.
Interesting decision here. I could play any of the cards in my hand. I've got a Forest here.
And 3 options.
I can literally play any of them.
I'm scared then. They're not 3 lands then.
I'm going to go for the Chandra. This will give me the red mana I need later.
Okay, that resolves.
I will plus to exile.
Okay.
You take 2, go to 15.
Yep.
I'll attack for 1.
14.
Pass. You go to 13 on upkeep.
Yep. Missing land drops is probably not good against an LD deck, huh?
No.
All right. Your go. I have to discard. My draws were just so bad.
I'm at 15 on upkeep.
Oh, get rid of Odessa.
That is not going to go well for you.
I know.
I'll plus for mana.
Yeah.
I'll play Goblin Rune Blaster Kick.
Sure.
I will hit the breeding pool.
I'll float a blue.
I would like to go to combat.
Sure.
Just attack with the Rune Blaster.
Sure.
You go to 11.
Okay.
Pass, upkeep, you go to 10.
Okay, I'm dead.
Yeah, I've got a Stone Rain.
I kept these. I kept this, and all I drew was this. Come on.
Yeah.
I was hoping, you go for Primal Command or you go for Stone Rain, and I have the reversal, and if I just draw any land for Cultivate, and then proceeded to draw all copies of cards in my hand.
An anticlimactic end to what was otherwise a pretty good match.
Yep, agreed. Well, GG's. All right. Well, we're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he will get his favorite one sent over to us. All right, everyone, round number 2 here. I'm going to be starting with a sweet little historic brew from a very good magician. Utah won the Insight Esports event with just Dimir Rogues playing Memory Lapse, Brainstorm, Inquisition of Kozilek as the new cards, and then just, the standard rogue stuff that you would expect. But the list looked awesome. And, leave it to Utah to play a Fairies-esque style of deck and just win everything with it. I mean, he's doing that in GPs when everyone's like, Bitter Blossom?
Yeah, he was doing it like 10 years after it was cool.
Yeah, doing it in like the KCI era. Like, nah, KCI, Bitter Blossom, like, let's go. So, really cool rogue deck that I'm going to be trying.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not surprising to me to see that deck be ported into Historic.
Yep.
It's all really cheap spells. That's usually the cards that do get ported into older formats. They're pretty powerful. You like the versatility to Drown in the Lock. Obviously, Into the Story is a great card advantage spell.
Yep.
And now supplemented by all these Mystical Archive cards, the deck looks really good.
It does. What are you going to be playing?
I'm going to be playing Orzhov Humans.
Humans?
Yeah, not so much from the Mystical Archive in this deck, but a little Strixhaven. We're playing, what's the Paula card? Jesus, the name just literally flew out of my head.
Silver Quill something?
No, Elite Spellbinder.
Oh, okay, yep.
And playing some Silver Quill commands.
Okay.
So it looks similar to decks that we have tried in Standard, but you get with significantly better mana for a 2-color aggro deck in Historic. You also get access to the best card ever printed, Thraben Inspector.
Thraben Inspector, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can't possibly lose.
Yeah, I'm scared. We'll just get your clues ready for you here. Okay, so I'm going to be starting.
Yep.
You won that close one. Unfortunate end that our game wasn't good at the end, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do?
Can mulligan.
I could have, but that just didn't seem right.
You start with fewer cards.
Yeah, I think I can keep this.
Okay, I'll mulligan my Zero Lander.
Okay. Fish. All right. Now my hand is interesting to say the least. We need some help, but what hand of mine doesn't need a little bit of help?
Exactly. How is that interesting? That's par for the course.
Yes.
It's the opposite of interesting. When I keep a hand that needs some help, then it's interesting.
Then it's interesting, yeah. Because you get it every time because you're so lucky, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I just build my decks perfectly.
Yeah, sure.
I definitely built all of
You
these
built
decks.
all these decks,
These
right?
didn't all come from the Hooglandia Open.
Now, we officially have got out of the preview season where we have to really do a lot of innovating. The early preview season is just like 2-3 hours of us prepping, building different decks each time. But now we get to see some cool decks, and we're like, oh, that's a better version than the one we played. Oh, that's a better version than that deck.
Now Corey gets to go, oh, I like that. Let me add 20 cards to it.
Yeah. Slaps top of deck. You know how many cards you can fit in this bad boy? I'm guessing these are land Thraben Inspector.
No, they aren't.
Okay.
And as much as I want to keep the hand that just goes triple Thraben Inspector on the first 2 turns,
those are the only cards that weren't lands or Thraben.
Yes. I think I got to put one of the Thravens back. I think the other 2 cards are too important.
Pistaeus wants to know, true or false, Thraben Inspector is the best divination ever printed.
True.
Completely false.
True.
Oh God! I got a 1-drop, not as good as Thraben, but
exactly. See,
who's our divination judge? Is that Overturf? Do we need to get Ryan in here?
There's our Max McVitie's.
All right, Milia.
19.
Then I got a Wind Robber and a Watery Grave. I'll pass to you.
Okay, attack for 1.
The Beats, 19. And 2 more Thrabies.
Gonna play a Kabira Plateau and another Thraben Inspector.
Oh, yeah.
Get a second clue.
I'll still remember the day when I played against Max McVitie, probably the first time I actually met him, and I was playing just Tireless Tracker. I was like, all right, sack you. He wasn't amused.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. All right, attack for 2.
Brings me to 17.
Yep.
Mill 2 cards.
Mill some cards. And I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
How entertaining would a Corey versus Corey match be with all the puns?
Oh, God, I would probably hate playing against me.
Brickline Pathway. I'm going to play this Spellbinder pre-combat to make Corey
Put
tap his
that
mana.
on top of your deck.
Pretty cool. I'll send in for 2.
Okay, I'll take it.
You go to 17.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
And mill with Windrobber? Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Memory Lapse is his counterspell in this deck.
Yeah, holy cow. I didn't really realize that. I just realized that now. I'm not going to lie. So.
I'll go to 15.
Pass to you.
No land, eh?
No land. I'm so unlucky.
Okay, I've got another Spellbinder. Got another Lapse.
I sure do.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's play Tap Gala Shrine and get in for 2.
I'm actually going to Fatal Push a Thraben.
Okay.
I'll go to 16. Got to win this
15?
race, you know?
Pass the turn.
Boo! What a heinous draw. All right, I'll attack.
And we'll go to 13.
Okay. Oh, wait. These draw a card now, huh?
Yeah.
No,
You want
okay.
to?
All right, I'm going to draw
Just
one.
barrel. I've got
Hiya!
8 in the graveyard.
Okay. I'm going to draw another one, actually. I really want to hit a land drop. Did it. And I'll pass to you. Did it.
I'll attack for 1.
Okay. 15.
I'll pop a clue.
Okay.
Play Plains, pop a clue.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll pop 4 clues. I'll do 3.
That costs 8 mana, though.
Oh, it's actually 7, you fool. All right, well, my hand is unbeatable now. All right. Okay, 7 cards, pass to you. Wow, this deck is gas.
I got a Plains and a Luminarch Aspirant.
Luminarch Aspirant, huh? Okay, that resolves.
I would like to go to combat.
Before you do that.
Okay, still in my main phase.
Mm-hmm.
I will Silver Quill command to draw a card and return the Aspirant.
Returns it to play, right?
Yep.
Oh, Memory Lapse that.
Okay. Attack for 1.
We got a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mill 2, and then I'll block.
I'm dead.
Come on, where are you
I
going?
have 2 lands in my hand.
All I have is just 9,000 cards.
Flooded a little bit there.
Yeah.
Really was hoping that you would mill over a 2-drop so that I could command, but it was all 3s.
Yep.
The
Yep.
Memory Lapses looked absurd.
Insane. Memory Labs is insane. And I drew, when I had 3 lands, I drew a second into the story, and then I had a Fatal Push, and I'm like, oh, well, this is great. I'm like, oh, yeah, my cards do things. And luckily, I hit that 4th land, and from there, unless you had a really good turn, the turn where I ended the story, I was probably going to kick some butt.
Yep, and I did not have a good turn.
You didn't have a good turn.
Sacrifice 2 clues and play a land.
Yeah.
And attack for 1.
You attack for 1. You attack for 1.
Kind of surprised, though. I guess I made a mistake. I shouldn't have put the 3rd Thraben in.
Yeah, that's why you ran out of gas.
Yeah,
that was foolish. That was foolish.
Really just a big punt on my part. Can't believe I would ever do that.
Yeah. But wow, this Memory Lapse is a card that is perfect for this deck. Unreal.
I mean, it's already a powerful card by itself.
It really is.
You know, sometimes you're going to want to leave it on top, and it might get a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
Yeah, and the fact of Fatal Pushes, you know, Fatal Push is awesome. Brainstorm is the only card where it's like, yeah, it's Brainstorm, it's fine, but, you know, we don't have Polluted Delta or anything to make it insane. So I think it's fine, but we don't really have a lot of, like, shuffle effects, you know, or mill myself. You know, none of the cards can mill myself if I don't want them.
Yeah.
You know, like Crab could, you know, but Crab's not good enough in this metagame.
Crab doesn't mill yourself. Well, Hedron Crab does.
Rune Crab doesn't. That's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you really just had. Do you have Fable Passage?
We have Fable Passage,
Yeah.
so there's that. But
That's enough.
yeah, that's enough.
A lot of it is just Brainstorm being able to, you know, find the key creature on time and
Or find that key Memory Lapse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in love with this deck. And I have always just been such a huge Yuta fan.
It's another no-lander.
Like, he is my kryptonite at Pro Tours. I think I'm 0-5 against him. And he actually beat me at my first Pro Tour when I was 16, like, still shaking. I was so scared to play against good players and whatnot. I was playing Blue-Black Fairies, ironically, up against his Reveler deck. And it's a great matchup. That was, like, a good matchup, you know? And it was the last round, and I would have taken, like, I don't know, 25th or something. I would have been 11-5, but instead I took, like, 55th or something. And that was the start of the Utah smashing fest that happened every time we played. But I was in Vegas for GP Vegas, and I was playing just a $70 poker tournament, and I knocked him out on the bubble. He's taken thousands upon thousands of dollars from me in Pro Tours, but I got him for like $250. Let's go.
What was his hand when he busted him?
I have no idea. I was too excited and jumping around that I don't remember.
We're very different people. I would never forget.
Yeah.
I've had too many against you, Ross.
Vegas is usually a pretty big blur, you know?
But Corey, question.
Yeah.
On the Rogues deck, what do you think about the choice of Inquisition over any Thought Seizes?
Yeah, I know like Kyle Baumeister was building this and pretty vocal on Twitter about having Thoughtseize, and then Yuta just switched him to Inquisitions. I think the damage actually matters quite a bit when you're playing this style of deck, would be the thing that I'm considering. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm just trusting the better player on this. I don't normally play Rogues strategies as well, so I don't have a good answer for this one. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure which one would be better, but I have a sense of what the variables are in the decision.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes down to metagame. You know, the Rogues deck is pretty good. So a lot of it comes down to metagame, what you're going to expect.
Yeah.
The other big part of it is what you're afraid of as the Rogues deck.
Oh, yeah.
Usually the Rogues deck, especially now when you have Memory Lapse, you're not really afraid of 5 and 6 mana spells.
And because then Drown is usually a hard counter spell, you're only worried about turns 1 through 3 with that.
Yeah,
so that totally makes sense.
Those low to the ground aggro decks, the Purgatory Emissaries of the world. So if those are the matchups where you need a little bit of extra help in, that's the matchup where the damage is going to be really important and Inquisition is going to be better. That's where I think the Utah's decision came from.
That makes total
but
sense.
I can see where Baumeister is coming from, where there's a good amount of things that you might want to Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
But those are the things that I think you're good against naturally.
Agreed. Yeah, wow, this deck is awesome. I kind of wish the SCG was Historic this weekend. I would totally play this deck.
Jesus.
But I'm still going to play some Standard this weekend. It's going to be fun.
This is not a good 6.
Uh-oh.
But I don't really want to mull to 5 against an Inquisition deck.
Yep.
I guess we'll put that one back and lead on an isolated Chapel.
Ooh, no Thraby. GG. All right, I got an Inquisition that I top decked right off the top. Let's take... Let's take the General. Yeah, I think so.
Need some car insurance?
Yeah, I think I need some car insurance here.
Okay, that was a very good draw.
Okay.
Seasoned Hellblade.
Wow.
Pass the turn.
That was a good draw. Holy cow. That was rude. All right, I'll play land past you.
Ooh, a tapped land. Attack for 3.
Okay, I'll take it.
Brings you to 17.
Yep. God, you're so lucky.
I will play Conceal the Courtyard and pass the turn.
Okay, I have a Thieves Guild Enforcer. And I'll sack this.
Get an island.
You got it. You called it there, buddy.
I'm clairvoyant.
All right, untap. Odra. Let's go with...
Doing something main phase is a little weird.
It is a little bit weird.
Could be another Inquisition.
I'm going to go with a Soaring Thought Thief, mill 2. And then I will attack, mill 2. And then I'm going.
So it's going to be for just the. You got the 7.
I did get to 7.
So that's
okay.
for 4.
I thought it was 8. Yeah, it is 7. Yep, take 4.
Into the story is 8, right? And these are 7s?
I believe so, yep.
I'm at 16.
Okay, pass to you.
Okay, well, definitely going to play Apparition.
Okay.
And, I guess I want to attack first.
Attack first, okay. Sure. Take it, 14.
14.
Do not want to block that.
Yeah, still definitely playing the Apparition.
Okay.
Which one do I want to exile? I kind of expect there to be a Fatal Push here, which is going to get turned on by the Apparition. And you'll just kill it on end step and make a creature. Either of them will, potentially force a trade with Howlblade.
Yep.
But it's the Thought Thief that potentially keeps milling me. And has 3 toughness, which makes it harder to attack through. So, yeah, I'll exile the Thought Thief.
Okay, I'll take a 2/2 illusion.
Yep. I'm also going to play a tapped Castle Ardenvale.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Thought
Thief's exiled.
Oh, thanks. All right, let's go with. I'm going to go with the Brainstorm.
Okay. Wouldn't be surprised to see a second Fabled Passage here after Corey played one early.
Oh, I wish. Yeah, I'll put these 2 back. I have a land. I have an Inquisition. Oh, unbeatable Inspector. I will take. I'm going to take Skyclave.
Yeah, that's what I expected. You got 2 cards in hand?
2 cards, and then maybe I want to attack with this.
You can attack with whatever you want. I'm tapped out.
All right, I'm going to attack for 2.
14 all.
Yep, your go.
Interesting that that's the one you attack with.
Yep.
I'll play Thraben Inspector.
Okay.
Get a clue.
Sure.
I will sacrifice that clue.
Okay.
I will attack with Howlblade.
I'll block.
I will discard a Plains.
In response, I'll push it.
Yeah, I'll discard a Thraben Inspector to make sure I trade for everything.
Sounds good.
Pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to begin with Into the Story.
Yeah.
Not the best Into the Story I've ever seen. Guess it wasn't bad. Play a land and I'll pass to you.
Attack with Hellblade.
I'll block.
Pitch this crappy tap land.
Okay.
Pass the turn. I'm at 14.
14 all, right?
Yeah. No, 14 all.
Chad's pranking ya.
Curry got in for 4 with the Soaring Thought Thief, or the Thieves Guild Enforcer when he had Soaring Thought Thief on the battlefield to make it a 4.
I'll draw
and then
4
he got in
magic
for
cards.
2 with the Illusion Token.
I'll draw 4 more magic cards, no big deal. All right, now, Merfolk Windrobber, and I'll pass to you.
Luminar Casper.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Put a counter on the Howlblade.
Yep.
Attack for 5.
I'll block and sack.
Attack. Yep. Take 1, go to 13.
Yep.
Apparently Chad says the rogue should have been turned on.
What?
What?
For the damage. That's why they're saying you should highlight.
How many is that? Is that 8?
Oh, it says 8.
But this one's 7? Oh, this is 8-2. Yeah,
Okay.
so you should have 3 more life then.
Sure.
You go to 17. Okay. All right, done. End step brainstorm.
Yeah, I had to make a mistake eventually.
Yeah, of course. First one we've ever made.
Yeah.
Untap.
End of the story is 7. The others are 8.
Yep.
Still gets me.
Okay. I will buy and play Luris and play Thieves Guild Enforcer, mill you for 2. And I'll pass to you.
Would have preferred to draw that dire tactic.
Really? Yeah, Dire Tactics is a nasty one.
Now, Thieves Guild Enforcer is a 3/2 with Death Touch.
Yep.
That's going to be tough. I need to find a removal spell.
That you do.
And I probably need to find it immediately, because once you untap, I'm sure you have 17 counter spells. And you're drawing 2 cards a turn with Wind Robber.
Yep.
But I drew Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay, not bad.
A lot more useful earlier in this game.
Sure.
I am going to...
Yeah, Yuta truly just did it. This deck is awesome.
make as many things as can trade for the Luris as possible, just so you can't like play some removal spells and start getting in with it.
Okay.
We'll worry about how our board is next turn.
Alrighty. I will draw. I knew that was there. Alright, I'm going to cast Wind Robber, mill you. And then I'm going to play this blue land and pass to you.
Luminarch Casper.
Let's put that on top of your deck.
Okay, go to combat.
Sure.
Let's pump out the other Aspar 2/2/2 and get Inspector up to a 3/4.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
And step into the story.
Sure.
All right. Also, Thieves Guild, mill 4. This deck is gas. This deck is gas. All right. I will play this. I will play a Thieves Guild Enforcer, mill 4.
A Soaring Thought Thief.
Or Soaring Thought Thief, yep. Then I'll attack for 2, mill 2. And take 1, mill 1.
You mean take 2 mil.
Take 2, mill 1, yep.
So I'm at 15.
Yep, then 7 cards, pass to you.
Don't want to sack the Wind Robber and recast it.
Yeah, I suppose that's pretty good, huh? Draw, recast it.
Mill 4.
Yep. Then mill 4 more again. Here you go. I think we can go to the next game.
Yeah, I'm at what 3, 6, 9.
I also have these,
12,
so
yeah. No, I have 17 cards in my library, so
yeah.
I'm gonna be milled in 4 turns.
Yeah, I think I could kill you in 2 turns with damage here pretty soon as well. Start picking off these creatures. All right, well, this deck seems insane.
Yeah, so far it's looked great. I thought I might struggle a bit with the aggression here, but I haven't really been able to come out that quickly. I haven't had a really strong draw. I've mulliganed a couple times.
Yeah, and the Season Hollow Blade looked like a problem, but
yeah, Hollow Blade was good, but it wasn't good enough just by itself. I needed some follow up, and I didn't really have it.
Yeah, no kidding. So pretty impressive showing from this deck so far. But we're gonna head to the sideboard. So give us a short break, and we'll be right back here with sideboarding here on Versus Live.
Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got a Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us.
It is Historic Day on Versus Live. After a couple weeks of Standard, we're getting into Magic's older competitive arena format.
Yeah, this is now Historic Legacy.
Yeah. And the Mystical Archive really, doing a number on the format, kind of revamping it from what it was before. So it's going to be a little while before things settle down. We've got a lot of cool deck lists coming out from last weekend.
Yep.
We've had a great time playing some of them today, and we have saved some really nice ones for last.
Yeah, absolutely. First one I'm going to be playing is this Turbo Emergent Ultimatum list that is just trying to use Faithless Looting, Thrilling Possibilities.
Thrill of Possibilities.
And, just get big things into the graveyard, reanimate either Scholar, which will then cast Emergent Ultimatum for free, or just cast the new Mizium Mastery card, hit Emergent Ultimatum, do busted things from there, and really just, it's a kooky deck.
You're trying to cast Emergent Ultimatum for 4 mana.
Yep, pretty much.
You got a lot of different ways to do that between a Burial Rites and Faithless Lootings and Mizzix Mastery.
Yep.
Set it up. Brainstorm and Looting helps fix your draws to set everything up, and you're just casting Ultimatum for 4 mana, which it wins the game every time I've seen it resolve. So casting it for 4 mana seems pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. So it's definitely a much more vulnerable deck because it's a lot more easily disrupted. You play a lot of wacky cards, but it is definitely more explosive. So it reminds me of like the Tybalt's Trickery decks compared to compared to the Velky decks. Like you saw the Trickery deck still cause a lot of mayhem right away, but then cascading into Velky was just better because it was more consistent and stuff like that. It reminds me of that dynamic. We'll see now if this deck is as bad as the Trickery decks were because it was too inconsistent, or if it is just as consistent, then it's going to be a deck that is going to look and resemble Hogak, and then it's going to be banned. That's the line that I think we have to draw, and we're going to find out.
And first things first, up against a nice test in a different twist on Rakdos Arcanist, as I said before the break. This is Jund Arcanist. A little bit more aggressive with Witherbloom Apprentice. We're not really playing the sacrifice energies. I'm playing Knight of the Ebon Legion in the 1 slot instead of Stitcher Supplier. And not playing Village Rites and Young Pyromancer and Claim the Firstborn.
Cool.
Instead, just playing more cantrips. The green splash enables you to play Abundant Harvest, the new green cantrip from the Mystical Archive that's going to be in Modern Horizons 2. A card that I think is quite good, but it's kind of hard to find a home, but this is a great home for it. It's just a very good cantrip to be casting with Dreadhorde Arcanist to trigger your Witherbloom Apprentices and just set up your draws early.
Yeah, it seems sweet.
Yeah, and so, between that and Faithless Looting, we've got a lot more just churn through our deck kind of stuff, so we can keep finding more Witherbloom Apprentices, keep, triggering them and really close the game quickly.
Yeah.
And then Inquisition of Kozilek as another discard spell, so really aiming to tear your opponent's hand apart, which should be really important in this matchup.
Would you say you want to rip apart my hand?
Yes.
Okay.
But not with Rip Apart.
Good call. Good call. That's not a hand disruption spell, so I'm glad that's not your plan, because that'd be a bad one.
Yeah, that would be misguided at best.
I would like to rip apart your hand and be like, you're an idiot, sir.
It wouldn't be unlike Versus Live to read a card wrong. So.
Yeah, no, I don't. Speak for yourself, man. We're perfectionists over here.
Yeah, we've never made a mistake. Except for that one earlier today, but that was the first one.
That was the first one, but I still think that was... He didn't adjust the batteries properly.
So what are your opinions on Cold Ham?
Cold Ham? Joke's on you. They don't know that joke.
Not as good as Warm Ham, but, that's not bad.
I think
What do you mean they don't know that joke? We literally went through a whole preview season where you said that.
Yeah, but I went through when I was filming a promo video. We're just like, okay, Corey, read this script, and I just kept saying cold ham, like... there could have been a blooper reel of that could have went on for a while, so be impressed.
Okay, I have a hand that... These are not good, but I can turn them into other things with a good draw, and the rest of my hand is good, so I'm going to keep.
I'm going to try it. We have some things missing from this hand, but overall it's not terrible. And against a 7 Thoughtseize Inquisition deck, you want to keep a lot of hands.
And I will lead on Blooming Marsh Thoughtseize.
All right. I have these cards.
Oh, you're not playing Thrill of Possibility. You're playing Thrilling Discovery.
Yeah.
You're going all in.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to take the Thrilling Discovery. I don't want you to get the Magma Opus in the graveyard while doing other things. You want to make a treasure, sure. But discarding it to the Thrill.
Okay.
While you're digging for other stuff.
Done.
Yeah, I'm at 18. 20.
Okay. I'll take 2 and pass to you.
Okay, I will go to 16 for an overgrown team and play Witherbloom Apprentice.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
End step, I will brainstorm.
Interesting.
Now you know nothing about my hand. Everything's different. Not great. Not great. I will go like this and draw. And I'll play a Triumph and I'll pass to you.
That was an excellent draw. I am going to take 2 at a 14.
Okay.
I am going to Thoughtseize You, trigger Magecraft.
Okay.
You're going to go to 17, I go to 15, and then I'll go to 13 from the Thoughtseize.
Okay.
I've seen better hands.
My hand is awful.
I am going to take the Magma Opus.
Okay.
At least deny you a treasure, I guess.
Sure.
Putting the burial rights to the graveyard is just better for you.
Yep.
So we got 13 to 17 after that resolves. Then I'm going to Faithless Looting, trigger Magecraft. Got
Okay.
16 to 14.
Yep.
Draw 2. I will discard 2 Blood Chief's Thirst.
Good call.
I will attack you for 2.
14 all.
I will play a Knight of the Ebon Legion, and you've lost 4 life this turn, so it'll get a counter on the end step.
Fancy, fancy.
Pass the turn.
Right. Well, I'm pretty dead.
That was pretty cool.
I will play a land and pass to you.
Looks like we're going to be cycling a Triome.
You could be right.
Well, I really hope it doesn't hit a... I really hope you don't hit Mastery.
Yeah, that'd be
basically.
pretty good.
I will attack for 4.
Okay, I'll take it down to 10.
And then I will play a Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Okay.
And end step, a Knight will get a counter.
Okay.
Pass the
We
turn.
need a big draw. I'll cycle. Who? Oh, that's not a good draw. Well, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. What can I possibly do here? I think I just have to wait and pass to you.
Waiting, eh?
The waiting game.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
Attack with everything. Target Thoughtseize in my graveyard with the Arcanist.
Okay.
Thoughtseize You, trigger Apprentice.
Yep.
Got 9 to 15, then I'll go to 13.
Yep. I'll show you this.
I will take the Time Warp, go to 11, and then pump the Knight and kill you.
All right, deal.
That's 9.
Saw the line.
Yeah. Also got one more spell to cast if I want to mill 2 cards.
Yeah. No, maybe I had to mulligan that because this hand didn't put anything of note into the graveyard, but it still was a way to manipulate my deck with Discovery and Brainstorm. But
although that draw out of my deck, it kind of easy to overlook because you just didn't really do much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a turn 5 kill with 2 Thoughtseizes.
Yeah, that is very disruptive. Knight of the Ebon Legion is the card that is really insane
and
in that deck.
I discarded 2 removal spells to Faithless Looting. So if you were a creature deck, it's not like I'm dead to rights. I can pitch a Thoughtseize instead and start killing your stuff.
Oh yeah, no, your draw was nice. That was, as always, you're lucky as possibly can be.
And it's match 3. I had to bring it out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm going to be on the play this time. See if it matters. We do really want to find Faithless Looting is the most important card for turn 1. Putting some big stuff into my graveyard and kind of going from there. And the thing is, this deck mulligans quite well, but against a deck with this many Thoughtseizes, you can't mulligan that aggressively. So it's an awkward ground for sure. Well, this one is pretty easy to mulligan pretty easily, so yeah. Prismari Command draws and discards, which is nice, but that's a few too many Emergent Ultimatums.
Yeah. I'm going to cast one discard spell, and your hand is going to
completely be ruined. Yeah.
You know, if that's a Faithless Looting, though, it's probably
I'd keep. Yeah, I'd keep for sure.
Because, you know, you get to draw 2, pitch 2 of the ultimatums.
Yeah.
Even if I thought see something else away, you've got another looting on turn 3 to keep digging.
No, totally. Prismari Command is a good card because it does set up your treasure as well as just loot and sets up turn 4 things quite often. But all right, we're gonna try this again.
Not good enough in that hand.
Nope.
You know, Brainstorm 2 in addition to the command would have been good enough.
Mother of God.
Praying to Gaia.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is another completely unplayable hand. We'll let you look at your hand before we go to 5.
I will do that. And I will... Yeah, I think I've got to keep this.
All right, yeah, that's not so good.
You're going to take so many turns. 15 turns from now.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're at -20.
Exactly. All right, mulling again. Rob, you got a question for us while I mulligan to Oblivion?
Yeah, we had some questions. Do you think that Witherbloom Apprentice is actually worth playing the green for in this deck?
So, I mean, this was literally my first game with the deck.
Yeah.
So it looked pretty good there. I've been impressed with it in Standard. More so than I thought I would be. And I think it's not just Witherbloom Apprentice. I think it's also Abundant Harvest, which I'm excited to cast this game because there's one in my hand.
Hooray.
So you don't have to evaluate the green splash just on the Apprentice.
Okay, I'm going to keep this.
This is a sort of reimagined Arcanist deck. I don't think you want to compare it to the ones that we've seen exist that have those sacrifice synergies. We're getting away from that a little bit with this deck and we're just being more of a cantrip deck. Like this is sort of a blue deck in disguise.
Pass this to you.
But there's just so many good non-blue cantrips these days. You know, Cling to Dust is a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have Faithless Looting, of course. Yeah, I will play Abundant Harvest. I don't have a discard spell, but I have Abundant Harvest to try to hit it, so I'm going to name non-land.
Okay. Cool. Do the rest go into your graveyard, or?
No.
No, okay, that would have been busted.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I draw a Croxa.
Okay.
Not the best, but...
Well, thank God, because my hand is completely unplayable if you had a discard spell.
Yeah, so you're at 18.
Yep, and I got a Thrilling Discovery. I'm going to gain 2.
Up to 20.
And discard these 2 and draw 3. Pass to you.
Let's play a Cragcrown Pathway. Actually, am I going to do that? Yeah, Cragcrown Pathway is fine. Into Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'm going to take 2.
Back down to 18.
And I'll pass to you.
Okay, well, I found the Thoughtseize.
Uh-oh.
I will Thoughtseize you.
I'm going to Prismari Command. I'm going to make a treasure and loot.
Okay.
Got a treasure anywhere? Am I blind? Okay, I'll take a treasure from you whenever you get a chance. Oh, no, we got some here. All right, draw 2, discard 2. Okay, I'll discard these 2, and actually, that's kind of sweet. I'm going to brainstorm in response. I'll discard Scholar.
Very good.
Not bad, huh? Actually, is this the order I want to do it in? Yeah, actually, I think I want to do it like this. Okay.
I know you have 2 lands.
Yep.
2 more Steaments.
Yep.
Okay, I will attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, flashback the Abundant Harvest, name non-land.
Sure.
Hit Knight of the Ebon Legion.
It's pretty cool.
Take 1, please.
So I'm at 17, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I will play Faithless Looting.
Yep. Yeah, this game turned around real quick with that brainstorm off the top.
Discard Croxa and Overgrown Tomb.
Okay.
Play a Blooming Marsh and pass the turn.
All right. I will draw. I will take 2.
Brings you to 15.
I will cast Unburial Rites on Scholar.
Okay, I'll cling to Scholar in response.
No! No! That was so mean.
21.
Wow. Okay, your go. What? You have Cling in the main deck in here? What?
Yeah, it's a good cantrip in my cantrip deck.
Oh my god. Wow.
I believe that's a get wrecked, Corey.
Yeah, Jesus. Unreal.
Okay, so what am I worried about? You have another Unburial Rites in the graveyard, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And
no creature, so it literally doesn't do anything.
But you know the top 2 cards of your deck. So if you left like creature Faithless Looting, or you just left a Faithless Looting and you hit a creature, hit Scholar off of it, that's where things could get hairy for me.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is play Blightstep Pathway.
Okay.
Play Witherbloom Apprentice and Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Okay.
Attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, target the Cling, and just cling the Unburial Rites.
Okay.
So you'll take 1 off of the Apprentice, go to 14.
Yep.
I'll go to 22. I'll draw a card.
Yep.
You'll take 1 off the Arcanist.
Down to 13.
Go to 13. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay.
You only took 2 that turn, so Knight doesn't get a counter. Now we'll see what your 2 cards do. I have myself at 22. I took 2 from Thoughtseize, gained 3 off the Cling, and then just gained 1 off that trigger.
Yep. Well, luckily I think you took the wrong one. I'll target Magma Opus. Okay. I will deal 2 and 2, tap this, create a 4/4, and draw 2 cards. Was going to be able to do this last turn, but you're a jerk.
Yeah, should have thought of that.
And then I'll play this land tapped and pass to you.
So you're supposed to use the Patrick Sullivan's as the 4/4s. Come on, Corey.
I probably don't want to play this land. Sorry.
Okay, that was a great draw.
I'm supposed to use Patrick's? Okay. Close enough.
We got to get Patrick some more screen time.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Okay. I'll discard a Thrilling Discovery.
So you really don't have anything going on.
Sure don't.
So I think this is the turn I probably try to just Croxa you and hope you don't rip something. Another Mastery would be great because you could just make a treasure, play land. Not really anything I can do about that.
Yep.
So I guess by playing the Croxa, I let you just like put something in your graveyard. But like I said, you're going to at least get the Opus with a Mastery.
Yep.
So not much I can do. I think I just want to pressure you. So I'm going to shock this Blood Crypt, go to 20.
Okay.
And play the Croxa. I get to leave 1 card in my graveyard. And what is it going to be? Maybe just Faithless Looting. Could leave a creature in there for Agadeem's Awakening or for Luris. That might not be the worst idea because I'm just trying to kill you. My discard spells are pretty bad at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to leave the Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Okay.
So the other 5.
I discarded this.
Spell, pass the turn.
I guess not the absolute worst. I'm going to foretell this.
Foretell card. Or you have an Alrund's 15?
I'll go like this, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I'll Bloodchief's Thirst, Patrick Sullivan.
Okay.
And I will attack.
Discard this to make a treasure.
So you're going to take 3 from the Croxa?
Yep.
So
9, so I take 10.
Go to 3.
Yep.
And then I will just buy Luris.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Looks like we got to find it very shortly. Well, that's a tilt.
We have a Ulrun's Epiphany.
Yeah, we definitely got that. This card was not good, but I will cast Ulrun's.
Got to sack the treasure. 2 birdies.
2 birdies. Mastery, mastery, mastery. Huh. Oh. We're live. Looting. Huh. Huh. We're not as live. I will discard these. Don't know what I can possibly do now.
Probably shouldn't have even bought Luris. I think I had the Aghanim's. I think I should have just returned the Knight.
Yeah.
Because then the flashback Bloodchief Thirst is lethal.
All right. I'm going to flash this back.
Yep.
Draw 2. Discard these 2 lands and pass to you. Living life on the prayer.
Okay.
That's just to top deck.
I will Abundant Harvest for non-land.
Okay.
Dude, this is sweet.
Yeah, Abundant Harvest looked awesome.
Not great.
Yep.
I will Inquisition of Calls Like You. See if you got a cheap spell.
Yeah, I'm dead. All right. GG. Yeah, that cling was absurd. That cling was so absurd. I was doing my thing. All right.
Yeah, I definitely should have taken the Opus off the second one.
For sure. Unburial Rites needed too much help there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was my only chance.
There's just so many different combos going on in the deck. It's hard to keep track of them all.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, quick 2-0. Hopefully I can come back and win some quick matches or quick games here. But for now, we're going to take a short break, bring you some sideboarding here between these 2 decks. See you soon. All right, everybody. Welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live. For me, I'm just going to be trimming on some of the Magma Opuses. This card really is just supposed to be a ramp card to combo even a little bit faster, but in this match, speed is not the thing. I have to basically set up and then hope to top deck because you have so much hand disruption and so much graveyard destruction that I'm going to also take out one of the Mimics, still have one that I can copy a Scholar with, and then just bring in Clarions because they do kill pretty much every one of your creatures.
Yeah, and on my side of things, we do have a little more discard, a little more graveyard hate, cutting some of the Bloodchief Thirst. I want to leave a couple in case you get a Scholar down, in case you cast a Magma Opus, and I got to deal with a 4/4. We need a little bit of removal. 2 Bloodchief Thirst should do that. I'm actually cutting every single Croxa. A hard card to tap out for if I'm trying to hold up, Skew's Activation or Cling to Dust, which is my better escape card in the matchup even. So I want my graveyard to be utilized towards Cling so I don't have to Dread Arcanist. Like I did in the previous game. I don't think I need that many threats in a matchup where Corey's not really killing my creatures that much. I'll be a little bit wary of Clarion here in the post-board games. And I'm also bringing in a couple more threats and scavenging you, so I'm only going down 2.
Sounds good. All right, let's get this going. I want to be on the play. All right. All right, I think I want to be hoping for Brainstorm to hide from different hand disruption spells, as well as turn 1 Faithless Looting to get a graveyard going. I think these are the things I need to prioritize. And not draw 3 ultimatums or something. Okay, that's pretty fitting. 0 lands, we'll mulligan that one.
How many lands are in that deck?
I have no idea.
Rob, how many lands are in that deck? I should know not to ask you.
Yeah.
That's a rough question.
I think it was like 23 plus 2 Mimics or something. All right.
That's nice.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
I will keep my hand.
21 lands and a glass boulder.
Yeah, mulligan. Nice job, deck. Nice job.
When LSC tweeted about this deck, he said he was, impressed by how consistent it was, and you just mulliganed to 5 twice.
Yeah. That's because he's the luckiest human in the earth. Everyone knows that. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this garbage hand, and I think we want to put back this, and probably this. Yeah, sounds right. And then I'll take 2 and pass to you.
Taking 2,
A.
Suggests a brainstorm. So I'm going to lead on Abundant Harvest, naming land.
Okay.
God, it just always hits.
So good.
Very happy with Abundant Harvest. If you notice, each time I've hit a card like 4 cards down or something.
Yep.
So Opt and Brainstorm is always just kind of bricked. So you're at 18. Going to great lengths to keep up this Brainstorm. Well, I'm going to take 2 and play a Witherbloom Apprentice.
Okay.
Pass the turn with us both at 18.
18. I will draw. I'm going to go for a Faithless Looting.
Yep.
Draw 1. I'll draw 2. I will discard on Burial Rites and a Scholar. I'll take 2 and pass to you.
It brings you to 16.
Yep.
And it looks like I might have gotten punished for this game. So, well, I will do the Brainstorm check. I'll Thoughtseize you, trigger Magecraft.
Okay.
So it's going to be 15 for you, then 19, then down to 17.
And then down to 17. Okay, I'll respond by discarding this to make a treasure, and then using that treasure to Brainstorm.
That's cute.
And I'll put these on top and show you a couple lands.
Wow. Okay, well, let's get in for 2. That's easy.
13.
I'm going to be shocking for Stomping Ground. That'll put me to 15. And I can play a Dreadhorde Arcanist and just hope that your turn isn't completely busted. But it very obviously will be because you have it all in your graveyard.
Yep, pretty face up.
Yep. I only had the 1 Thoughtseize on turn 1, and then I drew a second one on turn 2, but I really wanted to get the Apprentice down and not just waste a bunch of mana.
Yep.
But if I Thoughtseized on turn 2, but even then, you could have hit it 2 cards down.
Yeah, I held a Brainstorm every turn to try to avoid that. I think that's my only chance in this matchup.
Yeah, I would have needed to Thoughtseize on 1 and just hope to draw another discard spell, which I did.
Yeah.
So I think I've just got to take the risky line and hope to looting into a piece of graveyard tape.
Okay.
So I will cast Faithless Looting and trigger Apprentice.
Okay.
12 to 16.
Yep.
Washa. Discard. I guess Thoughtseize Agadeem's Awakening.
Okay.
Play Soul Guide Lantern. Hit on Burial Rites.
Got it. Unreal.
And pass the turn.
You're the luckiest human being on the face of the earth. All right. So I know what's on top. I will just play a land tapped and pass to you.
It's the land tapped, so doesn't want to cycle it.
Ross, Brad would like to know why you didn't trust in majors and play more clings.
You're so lucky.
That's a Matt Bamonte question. He's the one who built the deck. I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah.
So I kind of have. You want to play a 5-mana spell? It seems like maybe just casting a Scholar, like that could be, or no, Scholar 7.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. You didn't flash back the Faithless Looting. You know the top card of your deck. So I'm just thinking about whether or not I want to Thoughtseize this turn. And I assume I want to, unless you just had all lands. Oh, I can't Thoughtseize this turn. What am I thinking? Okay, so I don't really have any decisions to make. I will cast an Abundant Harvest, naming on land, trigger the Apprentice.
Okay.
So
11 to 17.
Yep.
Hit another Apprentice.
Okay.
Play a Crag Crown Pathway. Play Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Okay.
And attack for 2.
I'm at 9.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap a draw. I'll play a Time Warp.
That's a 5-mana spell.
And I will flashback Faithless Looting.
Yep.
And draw 2. And I can't possibly win. Can't beat a Soul Guide Lantern ever with this deck.
That seems like a problem.
Yep. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. You need to use the graveyard to combo off, so that's a problem. All right, well.
Are people just not playing Soul Guide Lantern? I guess you see more cages.
Yeah, there's some cages.
Cage is kind of a problem too, though.
Yeah, I guess maybe I just have to go Rip Apart instead, but...
Does Mastery exile the card first so it gets around cage?
I think it does, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can at least Mastery through that, but you can't ever Unburial Rights through it.
Yeah, but Mastery is enough. If you can do half of the thing, then that's enough.
Also, Cage is a much juicier target for Rip Apart, right? Because it doesn't doesn't actually exile the graveyard.
Does not. Oops, not that one. All right, we'll bring in Rip Aparts to give myself at least some outs to that card, but yeah, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, you've mulled a 5 twice. I got pretty lucky that game. So we're seeing a skewed sample here.
Oh, yeah.
That's not completely representative.
Oh, yeah.
That last game was actually a really impressive sequence from the Jeskai deck, right?
Yeah.
Just having Brainstorm up the entire time to blank discard spells and leaving everything in the graveyard, passing the turn against that Thoughtseize on turn 3. I literally just had, 2 draws to a 4-outer.
And, of course, you got it.
Ding.
Ding. All right, I'll go first.
Yeah. Otherwise, you were going to get, Sphinx plus Magma Opus.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right, I can keep this loosey goose.
Loosey goose. Speaking of loosey gooses,
You got a good one?
I think if this were a land that entered untapped, I would keep this in. But being on the draw and not doing anything turn 1 is not a recipe for success.
Alrighty, Rob, you got a question for us while he shovels up?
I don't right now.
All right.
Actually, I kind of have one.
Okay.
You talked about this earlier, Ross. So you mentioned that you should think of this Arcanist list different than the other Arcanist lists we've seen in the format before. Could you just go a little deeper into how you should play this differently or approach this version differently than the old ones?
Just more aggressive, right?
Yeah, it's more aggressive. It's less interactive.
Yep.
Your only removal in the main is the Blood Chief's Thirsts. So and you're just more you're a little bit more linear. You're more concerned about just doing your own thing, casting a bunch of spells, triggering Witherbloom Apprentice a ton. That's a big part of your game plan. You're still using the graveyard a little bit, but you're not going to be as cold as the previous Arcanist lists were to, ley lines and stuff, especially with Faithless Looting that helps you just filter away cards that graveyard hate deads. So, yeah, there's not a ton. I don't think your play patterns, change a ton. It's just that your deck is accomplishing different things. You're still just maximizing your mana. You're a little bit more focused on your own game plan, but that's what your cards are doing. You don't have to really do anything yourself differently. It's just play your cards as they're meant to be played.
Yep, checks out. Checks out.
The big thing I think is Abundant Harvest. The previous Rakdos didn't really have a cantrip on that level. Village Rites is nice, but you need to do a lot of work to do that, and that's why they went into the sacrifice theme, which put them even more to using the graveyard because of Stitcher Supplier. But this list gets to be more aggressive, less graveyard centric because of really Abundant Harvest.
Sounds cool.
Also, I did have another question.
What do you got?
From someone named Strong_Sad.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I don't know who this is either. When y'all going to have Todd Anderson back on the show? I heard he's back in Roanoke.
We will have Todd Anderson back on the show whenever we feel like it.
There you go. Good answer.
Soon.
Good answer. Soon. There you go. Are you good?
Yep.
All right, I'll take 2.
18.
Play one of these beautiful Sacred Foundries and play a Faithless Looting, a draw, Then I'll discard.
Also, my
Virgin
response in
Ultimatum,
chat
and I'm ready
was,
to
"Oh God,
Pass
not that guy."
I will play Bloomwash and Thoughtseize.
Couldn't be Inquisition one time.
I will take Mizzix's Master.
Okay,
I'm at 18.
done.
That's the turn.
I will take 2 and pass to you.
I will Abundant Harvest for non-land. But let's do that off of this Timber Crown pathway.
Okay,
It's Scavenging Ooze.
cool.
Pass the turn.
All right, I'll make a treasure.
Yep. This could be a big turn if Corey hit.
And if I don't, I lose the game. And the game's over. All right, I'll take 2. Go to 14. I'll cast Looting.
Oh, you shocked each time?
Yep.
14.
Let's
One Scooze activation is probably not going to break up everything.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
I guess I just get to hold it, right?
Yeah.
Then you can have Rip Apart.
I'll discard these 2 and pass to you.
Well, I am going to take 2 and play Scooze.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 16. Pass
Yep.
the turn.
All right, I'll rip apart that.
I will exile the Unburial Rights.
Okay, I'll play a land and pass to you.
I will play Scavenging Ooze.
Cool.
Pass the turn.
I'll crack this. I'll get a land. And cast a Time Warp targeting me.
Sure.
Oops. Draw. Pass to you.
And step exile my Scooze.
Okay.
I'll gain 1 to 17. Attack for 3.
Okay. 11.
Cast Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I will brainstorm.
Sure.
Put these 2 on top. I'll cast Thrilling Discovery, discarding these 2.
That's going to put you to 13.
13, draw 3, and play a land tapped and pass to you.
And step exile the Faithless Looting.
Okay.
Corey,
Yeah.
you messed up, I think.
What did I do?
Did you cast your Time Warp without sacking a treasure?
Oh, I didn't have double blue. Yeah, I can't win anyways, so I concede.
What is?
That's final parting. Can't possibly win anyways. Can't beat another Scooze.
I mean, overall, I guess if you had the treasure.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the treasure, so
yeah, not having the treasure is definitely a big deal.
And you just get to attack and Thoughtseize me too, so yeah, can't possibly win.
True.
Can't win.
I can Thoughtseize, play this, and probably have you dead next turn.
Well, let's play one more game since we're having so much fun. Let's play one more. We got time for one more game. Yeah, this matchup feels impossible.
I mean, you've had 2 mulligans to 5, and the one game where you had everything set up, and I got lucky off the Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
I will say it's looked difficult, but that's mainly because I was concerned about this deck's ability to put pressure on.
Yeah.
You know, I know obviously it has good disruption, but Young Pyromancer has historically been the card that, you know, this deck is used to create a battlefield and put a lot of pressure. But Knight and Witherbloom Apprentice have been up to the task.
Oh, yeah. And you don't actually need any pressure against this deck. You just have to stop the graveyard, and then I can't win.
Eventually, you start hardcasting things.
Yeah, but it can't hardcast your biggest spell, Emergent Ultimatum.
Yeah, but hardcasting Magma Opus and even just hardcasting the Sphinx.
Yeah, but Sphinx targets something, so 5/5 is, you know, just okay.
I'm thinking, you know, game one, I have very little graveyard hate.
That's fair. That's fair. Yep, I guess I'll keep.
But yeah, and again, I'll reiterate, I've been impressed by Abundant Harvest.
Yeah, it's looked pretty sweet.
Yeah, which is always finds, you know, relevant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You think about having all these cantrips, and you're always, you know, keeping that one land Seer Vision's hand in Modern, and you know, you're hoping to hit. This is a cantrip that literally always hits the land when you need it to.
That's the big thing, is sometimes you just need a land. You know, you have Abundant Harvest, one lander with Arcanist or something. Maybe that's a hand you just shouldn't keep anyways, but maybe. If it's a green-red land, you know.
I will keep this hand. It's a one-land Abundant Harvest hand.
There you go. Here we go.
I will go to 18 and harvest for a land.
Okay.
Dragon Skull Summit.
And perfect. All right. I will untap. Draw. I got a Faithless Looting.
Yep.
Draw one. Draw two. Definitely gonna discard this. And a Scholar. And I'll play this and I'll pass to you.
Definitely playing the Dragon Skull Summit.
Okay.
Got a few options here. Just trying to figure out what the easiest way for Corey to combo is going to be over the next 2 turns.
This deck is Kingdom for a Simian Spirit Guide. Holy cow, that card would be just so messed up in this.
It would, that would not be okay. Yeah, I'm going to play Dreadheart Arcanist.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll sack this. I think I want to get a Plains here.
Am I getting ripped apart?
Maybe.
That's what I was afraid of.
All right. I have a flashback of Faithless Looting. I draw 2. And I'll discard on Burial Rites and Scholar and pass to you.
Okay. I will attack, flashback the Abundant Harvest.
Okay.
I am going to, I guess, name non-land.
Okay.
Take 1.
Sure. 19.
19. Does that change how I play this turn? No, actually. Because I guess yeah, maybe it does. That'll let me actually play a discard spell this turn. See what's up with your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll play the Agademe, go to 15.
Okay.
I will, I guess, duress you. Take the Mastery. And pass the turn.
I will lose the game, but first I guess I'll take 2 and try down Burial Rites and get it exiled, and I'll pass to you.
Go to 18. I will Thoughtseize away the Unburial Rites.
Okay.
I guess there's no reason to do that. Hold on. I can attack and duress it. Take 1.
Okay.
18 all.
I'm at 16.
16, sure. I gained 3 from the Cling.
Oh,
Yep.
Right.
I'll play Timber Crown Pathway and Scavenging Ooze.
Cool.
And pass the turn.
I will cast this and discard these 2. Go to 18.
Yep. So you got 18 all again.
Yep.
3 fresh cards.
Take 2.
You go to 16.
Discovery again.
Back up to 18.
Yep. 3 cards and pass to you.
End step, exile the Sphinxer.
Okay.
So this is a 3/3. I go to 19.
Mm-hmm.
I will Inquisition you.
Okay.
In the Brainstorm. Then I will Thoughtseize you, taking the Scholar. Brings me to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Exile the Scholar with the Scoos. Go to 18.
Yep.
Gets it out of Rip Apart range. Then I will attack for 5.
Okay.
No flashback. Go to 13.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
All right, and that's game. GG. Can't possibly win.
Post board seems very tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little too much graveyard hate in combination with the discard. Feels like you could use some sort of alternate, non-graveyard win condition, maybe turning into sort of more of a ramp deck.
Yeah.
Because you've got these expensive
It's a deck
spells.
that's just not going to beat hate, and that's just the case of the deck. And there's not too much hate going on, but when you run into 8 hate cards, you're just not going to win. So if there's Leylines, Leyline honestly isn't awful. This is not a repeatable thing in an instant speed one. Like, you just have to bring in Rip Aparts all the time. But yeah, this is a deck that's just very vulnerable to hate. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's a big problem.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've been playing, we've been playing graveyard hate in Historic for quite a while. It's been Cage a lot, which I think is the easiest one for you to beat.
And I think that's why this deck had success right away, because Cage is like all people are playing for hate now. But if these kind of decks pop up, or if Arcanist decks pop up, Leylines come back, rest in peace, a ton of Clings for Rogues. So more than likely, this has to just be retooled as just a good mid-range deck, kind of like the Emergent Ultimatum Simic Turns deck. That turns into, or that has removal, has binding, all that stuff. Seems like that direction is just going to be better. But, this is for the people who like to just play the all-in combo sides.
Yeah. And, I think being a combo deck, I guess you can sort of go off on turn 3, right? Turn 1 looting, turn 2 make a treasure, turn 3.
Yep.
Do everything. That's the best you can do, but you're more of a turn 4 deck, which gives your opponents a lot of time to set up. It makes cards like Scavenging Ooze a lot more effective. That's a card that's historically not been very good against Dredge, right? It's just been too slow.
Not enough time for that. Yeah.
But you're a deck that's a fundamental turn of turn 4 usually, and you're dependent on single cards, so that first Scoos activation is really powerful. Where it often isn't against Dredge. It's the 3rd and 4th activation that get that deck.
Yep, and Gruul, Scavenging Ooze is played in Gruul. Outside of that, not too many copies, maybe some Simic decks that play it, but Scoos is a good card right now.
And
Scoos is a great card for Arclight and stuff too.
Yeah, those one-shot effects, Scoos, Cling, Soul Guide Lantern, are all increasing in popularity with the hype around Arclight Phoenix.
Which so far has been kind of a bust.
Yeah,
which is shocking to me, but it has not won any events. It hasn't, some made the top 8. And they've done okay.
And the deck is pretty popular. So you think if it's really good, it should be a deck that is putting multiple copies of top 8 that's contending for trophies. Yeah, it's been somewhat of a disappointment. I think people are building their Phoenix decks incorrectly in a few ways, and that's actually what my article this week is about.
Nice.
That article is probably live right now, though I haven't checked. So don't quote me on it, but it usually is.
I wonder how a Teamer Phoenix would be with Abundant Growth, because Abundant Growth with Brainstorm is pretty sweet.
It's actually a deck, a version that Zan Syed has been working on. I saw a list got suggested to us for this show, ended up not going with it. We played a bit of Phoenix before.
Yeah.
Zan's list had Dreadhorde Arcanist in it, which I'm not a fan of in Phoenix decks.
Yeah, that's kind of a nombo to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be a thing.
But
I think it should be like Sprite Dragons and Storm, whatever. If you know, you don't want too many creatures, but yeah,
I really like Storming Entity.
Yeah,
I like Crackling Drake. I kind of like Sprite Dragon. Not sold on that one. Just depends on how many you want to play.
Yeah, that one's iffy.
The Abundant Harvest. This is the first time I've gotten to play with it, and it looked great.
Yeah, that card is awesome.
Yeah,
that card is awesome. So,
this is a card to me that read really, really well, but it being green means it's kind of a little bit weird to find a home for it.
Yeah,
I think it'll be easier in Modern, where the fetch land mana bases make splashes like that a lot easier. But obviously, there was somewhat of a cost here. I ended up drawing out of it most games, but the time I Abundant Harvested for a land, I needed either red or black. I can't remember which color I was missing, and I didn't hit it. I hit it a couple draws later. I want to see Abundant Growth with just Jace the Mind Sculptor in like a Bant control deck or something. Maybe that's just too cute, but it's kind of nice. You've seen control decks play things like Opt, right? I think Abundant Growth compares pretty favorably. A little awkward being a sorcery sometimes, especially if you're a Snapcaster deck in Modern per se. Yeah. But I do think it's a significantly more powerful card just compared on a 1-for-1 basis. What about like a Bant Miracles deck with like Teferi, Time Raveler? You just name non-creature and just play a lot of miracles? That's probably just too cute, but you don't draw the card, right? Oh, you don't draw it. Yeah. Oh, it's also a sorcery, so you'd have to. I was saying with Teferi, but yeah. Yeah, you put it in your hand. Okay. Sorry. Too cute. That would be cool. Be interesting. Yeah. Maybe not good, but definitely interesting. Yeah. So, all right. Well, Rob, do you got any questions before we thank some subs and sponsors, or are you still an empty queue there?
I had one. Ross, what did you think about Faithless Looting in this Jund Arcanist deck?
I think it was better in this version than it would be in the Sacrifice versions. The Sacrifice versions are trading resources so often that you get low on cards in hand pretty reasonably, and then it's hard to maneuver the looting. This is a deck that is keeping the game as a little bit more resource rich, which gives you more options with looting, especially when you're flashing the back going along. True. Also a deck that's a little bit more prone to flooding because it has additional cantrips. Sometimes you have to Abundant Growth early for a land, maybe because you're missing a color, and then you end up a little bit flooded. Looting really helps you with that. So I do think looting worked pretty well in this deck. I'm not sure if you need all four. I could easily see playing more Klings in the main, not just because, they were obviously amazing in this matchup, but, if Arclight Phoenix is going to be popular, I think Kling is just a good card in general. It makes sense, when you're playing as many Croxes, 4 copies, that you don't want as many escape cards. But maybe you can, massage the numbers there a little bit. Massage the numbers a little bit. You know what I really want to do? I want to cast Storm Chase Caller, the blue one that copies a spell. Siren Stormcaller. Yeah, Siren Stormcaller. That card has just been so awesome. I've played a Grixis Arcanist deck before where you played that and like Village Raids, draw 4 cards kind of thing. Opt in it too. I want to try something with that, but I don't know a good home for it. That with Abundant Growth is kind of cool. Then you got to pick, am I a red or black to go along with it? Exactly, and that's the decision. I think you probably want to be like Sultai, but then you don't have Arcanist, so You're copying the spell, so I kind of want a Magecraft, right? Yeah. You get double triggers, but what are the good Magecraft cards in those colors? You think white has those cheap creatures, Golgari has some good creatures, but you don't really see them in Simic. What does that Simic bear do whenever you Magecraft? You look at the top 3, you get a land. You get a land, yeah. And do they put them into the graveyard? No. I doubt it, but I'm not sure. If they put them into the graveyard, going that on 2 into Abundant Growth, Stormcaller, mill, then you get 2 lands and you get 2 cards. Then your lootings are insane. Yeah. So you're never missing land drops and you always have extra cards to discard. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting, like a Teamer Magecraft. Yeah, that'd be kind of gas, right? It doesn't work when you copy Plum, right? You don't get the Storm copies, you just copy it once. Right, if you cast Plum and sack 2 creatures or whatever, you're not doing any disgusting things. So with each copy, you'd have the option to sacrifice creatures to get more copies, but you wouldn't get double copies for sacrificing 2 to the first one. Yeah. That would be sweet, but but that's a cool idea. That's a way to generate a ton of card advantage. You got to find a way to have good disruption though. Yeah, and that's not you would think in that kind of teamer deck, counter spells your disruption, but they play really poorly with the rest of your deck. See, there's some tension there, but I like where you're. We can massage the numbers on that one and get back to y'all on that. I like drawing 4 cards on turn 3. I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm a fan as well. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the show. We're going to thank some subs. We're going to thank some sponsors, and we're going to head out.
All right, we had 2 sponsors today. Crispy 7 or 2 subs, whatever. They're basically sponsoring the stream. It's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
Crispy 724 for 8 months and Shasta 2004 for 27 months. I thank you both of our subs and all of our other subs.
We really do got to get sponsored by Shasta. That would be nice. Bring it back to 1980 or something.
Love it. Well, we'll get working on that right after the show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you for all of that support. And if you'd like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our wonderful staff of content creators, as well as some other perks, which are 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
Absolutely. And if you want to sit in one of these awesome gaming chairs that we sit in every Tuesday and Thursday, you can by going to carnarks.com/SCG. You can use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these gaming chairs.
And our final sponsor is Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, I promise you don't like them as much as I like the one I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one.
That one is also great. I just like the color.
I do like this one too. Yeah, I love all the summer colors ones. Yeah. Those are my favorite.
You can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and now stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
And somehow Rob has so much pull that he got a shirt perfectly crafted for him that just got added there. So check out Coalesce's really cool shirts. All right, next up, we have preview season here for Strixhaven. We see a lot of booster packs being cracked out there. So if you want to get some cards, this is definitely the time to do so. You can go to starcitygames.com/previews to be able to get all Strixhaven cards, sealed product, as well as individual cards. If you see some of these Mystical Archive cards as well, you can get those as well. They're pretty.
Yeah, and if you want to pick up a little extra cash so you can buy some of these sweet Mystical Archive cards that Corey was talking about, you can always sell your cards to SCG, and the process has never been easier because there are so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG, let them do the work for you. You can make an appointment to come into the store in person. And if your collection is big enough, you can make that appointment to have SCG come to you.
Yeah, get rid of the old, bring in the new, get some new cards going.
You do always get a 30% bonus for store credit when you're trading in your cards to SCG.
Even better. And the SCG Tour Online is back this weekend after taking last week off. And now we're going to be seeing our first look at new standard. That is one thing we haven't seen yet. So there's plenty of chances to play. Friday and Saturday will be 4 satellites each day, and we're just going to get so many decks. Like, I love watching from the start of Friday to the end of Saturday to see how these decks change. And I'm going to be playing in this one as well this weekend. I'm pretty excited to see what standard is going to do for a shakeup. I want to play some Tend the Pest and Crocs of Nonsense, or maybe that Abzan Magecraft deck that you showed off. That one's pretty cool.
That's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
I also think there's some chance for a little Is It Dragon coolness going on.
Ooh, sounds good. So if you got some ideas for that and you want to test it out, those satellites, like I said, are Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday will be the Strixhaven Championship qualifier, where you can win a ton of money. You can qualify for the Strixhaven Championship, win a lot of gems, all that jazz. And like I said, it'll be standard this week. So go to starcitygames.com/SCG Tour to get some more information on that.
And our final order of business is the Star City Games weekly sale. This week is going to be 15% off of all non-basic lands. So you want to pick up some cool things for your commander decks, for your cubes, or just for your regular decks. That does exclude Strixhaven, by the way. So fortunately, the Snarl sucks. So
yeah, there you go.
Pick up some lands that actually do something.
There's no lands that are good in this set anyway. So
get a nice discount on them. That sale is going to be going on. It's going on right now, and it will continue going on until this coming Monday at 10:59 a.m. Eastern time. So take advantage of it while you can.
Absolutely. And one last order of business before we go. We did put up tweets looking for standard deck lists for Thursday's show. That is going to be what we're going to do. What we're going to be doing, getting some ideas, to not only me, because I'm going to play in this Friday event, but some ideas for all of y'all to play in these SCG Tour Online events this weekend. So if you want to see your deck online, maybe see how it works out before you actually play it on Friday, before you spend those wild cards, use us as test dummies. So send us a text list on our Twitter accounts, and you might just see your deck on the show. So that is going to do it for us. We will be back Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So for Rob, Ross Merriam, I'm Corey Baumeister. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.